Hey, what's up, Fragrance family? This is Tyler with Simply Fragrances, and today I got a special package in the mail. As you can tell from the sticker and the title of the video, you know it's from the world of Zaharoff. So if you want to see what my first impressions and final review over the new Zaharoff Tabac, be sure to keep it right here. Alright guys, like I said, my name is Tyler. This is my channel, Simply Fragrances, where we do fragrance reviews, we do giveaways, we do interviews, we do weekly rotations, pretty much anything that encompasses fragrances you can find right here. So if that sounds like something that you want to be a part of, be sure and hit the red subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the love and support you've shown this channel. Guys, we're just shy. I think it's like a little bit less than 150 before we get to that goal of 1,000. So guys, let's keep pushing this forward, and we will definitely get there. But today, like I said, I do have a very special package. Super pumped for this. I haven't really talked about it too much just because I've mentioned it a couple times, but I didn't want to get, super hyper and just, have all the anticipation and just be anxious about it, because I knew it was coming, didn't know when, so I had to be patient. And today is finally the day where I got the new Zaharoff Tabac. So as always, it's going to come with a little special personal card. So thank you so much for this, George, man. This does mean the world to me. And then I believe that it should have the notes. Yeah, so it'll have the notes listed on here, which I really enjoy. You can just read it right off of the card, and then we'll go ahead and get into the presentation. And then I'm only gonna do my first impressions today because it's about 11:30, almost 11:40 at night here. Work has just been super crazy and I've had a lot of stuff going on, but I definitely wanted to give my first impressions because I gotta smell it, guys. I've got to smell it. I've been super excited for this. I've been anticipating this for a very long time. I don't know if you guys have seen my interview with George that I did earlier in the year. I think it was around April, March-ish, sometime around in there. But he dropped a hint on there that there was a new fragrance coming out and it was gonna be in the realm of a tobacco. So I've been really anticipating this, and I'm just super excited to give this to you. So let's go ahead and do the box presentation. And guys, look at this box. This is absolutely gorgeous. So what this is evocative of is a cigar wrapper, the wrapper that comes around the body of the cigar, that little paper. Normally they'll have a design. This is what that is supposed to entail. And guys, this is just, man, this is gorgeous, guys. This is probably my favorite presentation thus far. I do really enjoy the rosé, but this one, man, just the gold and the brown and the black, and man, it is amazing, guys. So the front here, very nice. Got the Zaharoff Z up there, Zaharoff name, signature Tabac size. You get the 60 ml, just 2 fluid ounces. On the side here, you do have more of that cigar wrapper type of vibe, and then same thing with the side here. On the bottom, you do have just a little bit about the fragrance distributed by Zaharoff, Chicago, Illinois, and then you get made in USA. You do have the shelf life, which I always enjoy. It is 36 months. And then on the back, you do have the lion logo with the Zaharoff name embroidered in there. So open it up. Beautiful presentation, guys. This stuff, oh man, just look at that. That just looks like liquid gold. This is stellar, George. Like, seriously, this is stellar. So thank you so much for this, man. I really do appreciate this. Oh man, this stuff is, I'm so excited for this. So look at the bottle on this, guys. Is that not stunning? Like, literally stunning. I can't get over this. This is beautiful. Look at that golden brown, almost kind of an ambery type of color of that juice. Super excited to get into this on the back here. So pretty much what it did is it just copied the box presentation. So the front is gonna have the same, and on the sides, on the side, you'll have the same. So, but this is just absolutely gorgeous. This is definitely my favorite presentation. Like, now that I'm actually holding the bottle in my hand, going over it, this is absolutely gorgeous. So beautiful presentation. And before I spray it, I'm gonna go ahead and read off the notes on here. So it's gonna open up. It's got star anise, and then it has the signatures right over the notes. So we do have fresh ginger. We have blue lavender. We've heard of blue lavender, so that'd be kind of interesting. In the heart notes, we got golden honey, tobacco, and then we have blonde cedar. So that'll be interesting. So kind of a cedary note in there. And in the bottom notes, you are gonna have olibanum. You're gonna have looks like a rose. Yeah, so rose, I wouldn't have guessed that being in here. You have juicy plum, you have sea amber, you have tonka bean, and vanilla. So I kind of have an idea of what this is going to be like. I've watched a couple reviews just because I wanted to hear what other ones' thoughts were, but I didn't really let the notes influence me too much. Really wanted to get into this for myself, read this off to you guys, and just kind of go from there and let that base my own opinion off of my first impression. So really excited for this, guys. Thank you so much, George. I really do appreciate this. Oh, man, he is just, man, he's taking over the fragrance world, guys. Taking over the fragrance world. So go ahead, take the cap off, and as all caps, it does snap into place. Give it a quick twist, pop it back on, snaps into place. So you can pick it up by the cap if you want to. If you know, you have a lot of fragrances like myself, sometimes it is a little bit easier to pick it up by the cap, but I always recommend picking it up by the bottle. So let's go ahead, take this off. I'm gonna take off my watch here so that I can spray my wrist and give a good full presentation. So really excited, guys. Let's go ahead and dive into this. I love tobacco, guys. If you know me and you've been on my channel for any length of time, you know that I really enjoy tobacco-based fragrances. So let's go ahead and do it. As you can see, it has not been sprayed yet. Hold my breath for a second. All right, let's dive in. Okay, wow. Not what I was expecting at all, like in a good way. So this is a lot more light than I thought it might be, because, you know, when you get into a tobacco, any kind of DNA, you might think of just like a heavy, thick type of DNA. And for me, it's not very thick at all. Like, and that's good. Like, I'm not saying that's bad. This is really good. I was just expecting something maybe a little bit more depth and rich, and it's there, but it's not super heavy, if that makes any kind of sense. Getting a lot of that ginger in there, obviously the tobacco and the honey in there. But, you know, I don't want to say it's like a citrus in there by any means, but I am picking up a lot of plum in there. And so it is kind of got this like darker fruit tinge to it. And I know it's not listed in here, but if you were to tell me that there was like a chocolate nuance in there, I would totally believe you, and totally I pick up on that, even though that it's not there. So different of the fragrance notes working together in there and kind of giving like almost like a chocolatey type of vibe. But this is gorgeous, guys. Oh man, it's like a fresh tobacco leaf. It's not like, man, you know how like on, if you ever smelled like Pure Havane or Naxos by Zaharoff, it's got that like tobacco pipe smell. At least on the first initial spray, you don't really get that heavy tobacco pipe. You get more of like a fresh tobacco leaf. And even now as it's setting, starting to cool down just a tiny bit, it is starting to become more of that, you know, in just that typical tobacco cigar type of tobacco, and it is absolutely stunning. This is amazing, George. Like, wow. I cannot wait to see what this does. All right, guys, it's gonna be instantaneously for you. For me, it might be a day or so, so be sure to keep it right here. I'm gonna give you my full thoughts on the tobacco. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so I've spent literally the whole day with this fragrance. I've spent at least a good 12 hours with the fragrance. I sprayed it on around 8:30 or so, actually a little bit even before that. And here it is, 9 o'clock where I'm at. And we're ready to give you my full final thoughts on this. I already did the box presentation and bottle review, so you know, don't have to get too much into this. But overall, guys, this stuff, man, this is very, very solid. And what's crazy about this is a very safe scent. Now, is it generic, boring, anything like that? Absolutely not. I think this is very regal and elegant and classy. But what's cool about this is sometimes when you get a tobacco fragrance, sometimes it can be too thick, it can be too rich, it can be very heavy and just, almost overpowering. Somehow, the wizardry that George Zaharoff has been able to do, he makes a very strong and powerful fragrance, but it doesn't overwhelm you or the people around you. This will last. I mean, I can still catch whiffs of it, guys, and it's been over 12 hours, at least off of my skin. That's the longevity that I'm getting. But the projection on this will be very, very solid for, I'd say, a good hour and a half to 2 hours. Then I will say it does sit a little bit close to the skin, at least off of my nose and at least whatever I'm picking up. But the cool thing is the longevity, however, I mean, it's still going, 12 hours plus. So it will sit a little bit closer to the skin, I'd say, a good 2 to 3 inches, but that's where it sits around. And that might be the kind of direction that he was going for. Just something a little bit more regal and suave, and just, has that great tobacco type of vibe to it. But it can wear in a date situation. You can wear it to the office. You can wear it as an everyday wear, stuff like that, without having to worry about choking people out or running people out of the room, because sometimes those tobacco fragrances do get a bit thick and heavy. Now this one, what you're gonna get throughout the life of the fragrance is the vanilla, the tonka bean, and the honey with that tobacco. At least that's what I'm getting throughout the life of the fragrance. I don't really get a whole lot else on there, and that's perfectly fine. That's kind of what I was expecting to get, to be completely honest. I didn't really smell the rose or anything like that. I did pick up on the plum right at first. There was this kind of almost juiciness to it, if you will, and chocolate was never listed in here, but it does kind of give off a chocolate type of vibe, at least off of my skin and to my nose in the opening. But that goes away after about 2 to 3 minutes, and you get just this beautiful sweet honey tobacco. And that, honestly, what more can you want for? This stuff is absolutely amazing. Would I compare it to anything? I would kind of sort of compare it to Pure Havana, but with Pure Havana you're going to get that cherry pipe tobacco. With this, you don't have that cherry pipe tobacco. You get more of a fresh tobacco leaf. Then as it dries down, you do get kind of more of that cigar tobacco without the cherry. But where this is similar is with that honey. The honey is very prevalent off of my skin. My wife could smell it. She's not the biggest honey fan, but she did say that this one smells good. So honey is a very, very big player into this fragrance. And honestly, that's kind of what I was expecting. So overall, guys, I'm going to give this one a solid 9 out of 10. The only reason why, and I wouldn't give it anything, I wouldn't give it a solid 10 out of 10, is just because after about that 2 hour mark or so, it does really kind of sit in a little bit closer to the skin. And, with something like this, I was expecting it to, project a little bit more, but that's just off my skin. We all get different, reactions. We all have different skin tones, and, mileage may vary, if you will, from person to person. But overall, guys, solid 9 out of 10. This is one of my all-time favorite tobacco fragrances. The great thing about this is, like I said, it could be a daily wear. Now, with maybe a caveat to that, maybe in the dead heat of summer, maybe you shouldn't be reaching for tobacco fragrances. That's just me. But I will say this, for a tobacco based fragrance, this one is light enough to where I think you could wear for a summer night, date night. So occasions and seasons to wear this. I could say that this could be anything from a formal dress up to an everyday casual wear. Maybe not, just throw it on to run to Walmart or something like that. But, if you're going to be out and about, I don't really see any problem with just putting this on to go, on a couple errands, maybe, put like a nice button-up t-shirt or something like that, or go all the way to, wearing it formal and fancy. Seasons to wear it, I would say it's pretty much all year round, except for maybe like the dead heat of summer. And even then, at nighttime, I do think that it could make an appropriate date night fragrance. Now, I don't really, like I said, think of date night in summer and think of tobacco, but the lightness and crispness of this fragrance, I think you could pull it off. So overall, guys, solid fragrance. Super blessed to have it in my collection. Thank you so much again, George. This stuff is absolutely killer. My favorite presentation so far. This is just absolutely gorgeous. So if you guys haven't got your nose on it, guys, what are you waiting for? This is a masterpiece in my opinion. I love this stuff. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sweet honey tobacco. What more could you want? Especially now that we're into the late fall and getting into, you know, here pretty soon, the early winter months. This stuff is going to get a lot of use. So overall, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate that. Be sure and comment down below what you thought of the video. If you've got your notes on this, what do you think of this? Is it your favorite tobacco? Is it up there? What's your guys' thoughts on this? If you haven't got it and you want to get your notes on it, guys, be sure to comment down below. Guys, let's talk about it. Open the comment section up. I'm going to catch you guys next time. And remember, if you love it, wear it.